Haaland giving them very good passes. And again, Chelsea collected 4 goals actually in that Premier League game. So as I faced Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final, I knew that definitely we are going to lose that game because Liverpool, whenever it plays a big game, Klopp knows, here coach has to be having that winning mentality. Chelsea, Mauricio Pochettino doesn't know what is winning mentality because the way he started that team, actually the formation he played was 4-3-3, but Liverpool played 4-3-2-1. Why? Because Jurgen Klopp knew that these guys, I am giving them the second option, that is Team B. They just added their Luis Diaz and Virgil van Dijk and also Hendo. So all other players were the second option, that is Team B or C. But again, they dominated the game and they eventually won the cup. We saw Peter Drury saying it was Chelsea 1 billion against Liverpool Team D. That was the biggest mockery I have ever seen because how can a 1 billion team that is we have Moses Caicedo, we have Enzo Fernandez, those two guys they cost over 200. We also have Conor Gallagher there. We also have every player. We had the Malo Gusto, we had the Lewy Colwell. But again, Mauricio Pochettino bringing in Lewy Colwell to play as the center while we have Diego Silva in the bench. That was the biggest mistake because that game needed someone who is very perfect when it comes to defensive. We saw Axel Disasi doing a very good job, but again, that game, Axel Disasi tried, but he was not up to the perfection that we always know Diego Silva is, despite the hedging of Diego Silva. But again, that Brazilian is one of the best defenders we shall ever have. I've been watching him from Fluminense. He went to Paris Saint-Germain, and we took him over from Paris Saint-Germain because Paris Saint-Germain thought that he is not able to continue playing. But again, when he came, he is the one in collaboration with Antonio Rudiger, in collaboration with the keeper Eduardo Mendy, and also Ben Chilwell and Reece James. Those are the defenders who gave us UEFA Champions League come 2021. So Chelsea, now basing judgment on the EFL Carabao Cup, now Chelsea had a lot of big problems because coach, number one, he did not know what he's going to get. And again, in football, we also know that you must be luck. And again, in life, you have to be luck in everything. Mauricio Pochettino is not luck. It's not lucky guy because we saw 2018, he played with Tottenham up to UEFA Champions League finals. And again, they lost in the UEFA Champions League finals. So that was the time I realized that this coach has not what we call luck. And you must have luck even in life. Because Conor Gallagher, during that game, he was one-on-one with keeper number 2 of Liverpool. That was Kenna. And again, he missed that chance. How do you see that? And Conor Gallagher is a good guy who can give a very good shots. But again, he missed that shot. So how do you say? The problem now is luck. Maybe luck. And again, we saw Enzo Fernandez pushing the ball using the head. And he was very able to score the goal. But again, he did not score the goal. So the problem now here, it comes whereby you don't have the luck, and again your tactics of collaborating those players so that they can give the best. You don't know. And again, the skills of Mauricio Pochettino, the formation, he does not know how to arrange the squad because I have been seeing him giving very poor lineups because he doesn't know the kind of teams he's playing. As you know, EPL, that is the English Premier League, is one of the toughest leagues you will ever face because you cannot compare Premier League with Bundesliga, La Liga, and also the League One because it is very different. So during that game, Chelsea lost because of the coach. Coach saw Jurgen Klopp making very super substitute, and again, instead of making sure that he will also do the same, he brought in Trevor Chalobah, who was to defend. And again, he said after the game that the players were ready to go to the penalties and they were tired. how could you see that we were ready for the penalties and yet the game was still continuing? So that was the problem. The coach had already given up, yet Jurgen Klopp was there pampering the guys so that they can win. And they scored the goal, and the goal was the one that gave them the leadership. So what do you say? Chelsea has a big problem, and they were able to win that game, but again, the coach is the one who made that big mistake. Yeah. So Melvin, as we conclude, you saw what he has been doing, Jurgen Klopp, when it comes to Liverpool. Do you think there is someone else who can come to Liverpool and do the same achievement that were done by Jurgen Klopp?
Maybe Xabi Alonso. That's the only coach I can see doing something. Yeah, maybe Xabi Alonso or Xavi from Barcelona, but I don't see any other coach. I don't, and there's also not too many coaches available right now. But Xabi Alonso would definitely be the number one name I would look at if I'm Liverpool.
I don't
So,
think the coaches. I mean, if I was Liverpool, I would go for Mourinho. Jose Mourinho. He plays. He can fit in the Premier League so well. There is Conte. There are so many people who can fit in Klopp's shoe, but they have to be coaches of caliber. When you talk about non-seasoned coaches, then it becomes very, very difficult. Liverpool, I've got stars, especially somebody like Salah. He has been coached by the top coaches. So when it comes to coaching, there's also the player's attitude. So there are some players who are bigger than the small coaches. Remember, when you're in the changing room and your coach has not won any trophy or any big trophy, then the players look at him with an attitude. So for Liverpool, it's a big team. They are looking for big things. They are looking for forward if they win the Premier League. They are looking at the Champions League. They are looking at so many other trophies that come with soccer. So the Liverpool management or the Liverpool managers, the owners, let's say the owners have managed Liverpool so well. Remember, before Klopp, there was a coach in Liverpool who was not doing so well. When they came in with Klopp, then Klopp transformed almost the entire Liverpool squad. And Liverpool squad also has got an academy that is so good. Most of the players trickle into the main team. So ideally, Liverpool will remain on top, even despite Klopp leaving. But the most important thing is to get one of these names. If they can get one of these names signed up, then believe you me, Liverpool will be just okay. But I wish Klopp could stay in Liverpool because we want that kind of competition. I know so many teams want him to leave so that they can have easy time with the Liverpool, but I would want him to stay a bit longer. Maybe one more season of Klopp will give us some good entertainment in soccer.
So
I don't think Klopp has anything left in him.
So what is there? Jurgen Klopp said that he has no energy. He does not have energy to always be there again and again. And again, as we know that, the big clubs when it comes to Premier League, we have Chelsea, Manchester United, Liverpool, Manchester City, Tottenham, and Arsenal. Those are the teams that the pressure from the fans can even make you just go mad, because the fans want to get the best out of the team. So if the team is not performing, you can get a lot of pressure, because we saw that Chelsea last game they lost the game to Wolves. Chelsea lost the game to Wolverhampton Wanderers 4-2. And you can see which team is scoring 4 goals against Chelsea. That is Wolverhampton Wanderers. So a lot of fans went to the social media and complained about the coach and also the players. So we saw one of the wingers of Chelsea, that is Mikhailo Mudryk. A lot of fans were going into the DM and sending a lot of bad message because of the pressure. They were asking him, when are you going to score? Because I will always make sure that whenever you score, I will pay you money. Why? Because they believe those guys, they cannot score. So there is that pressure that comes from big teams. So I think Jurgen Klopp, he has achieved everything, because he has won UEFA Champions League, he has won FA Cup, he has won a lot of Carabao, he has won Premier League. And again, before Jurgen Klopp came to Liverpool, Liverpool had not won Premier League for a quarter time. So they were struggling. It is only Jurgen Klopp who came there and changed that team, because it is Jurgen Klopp who came there and he sent Sadio Mane from Southampton. He also signed a lot of players. He brought Mohamed Salah from Roma, because Chelsea took him back to Roma after they realized that he was not good for their team. That is the time that Chelsea was being coached by Jose Mourinho. So he went to Roma again. And Jurgen Klopp is the one who brought into limelight Mohamed Salah, who is now shining in the Europe entirely. So Jurgen Klopp has been doing a good job. He has even nurtured Trent Alexander-Arnold, who is a very good guy, and he has nurtured a lot of talents. He also brought in Virgil van Dijk, who has been very good in defending from also Southampton. Southampton has given us a lot of good players, and again, Southampton is the one that produced one of our best, who is Wanyama. Wanyama was playing for Southampton. So we were doing good, and Jurgen Klopp is one of the best coaches that we shall ever have. And anyone to fit into the shoes of Jurgen Klopp, it will take years, because that is a team that requires a lot of pressure. That is a team that requires a lot of performance. People want to see the best out of the team. So if this coach, who is going to be linked to Liverpool, comes there, he will need to get the best out of it. And again, there is what we call a relationship. There is what we call a relationship between players and the coach. Jurgen Klopp is one of the best coaches that I know, that he relates with the players up to maximum, because as you see the relationship from the first team to the second team and also the third team, that coach is very good. And as he announced last year that, not last year, last month, that he is retiring, a lot of players gave their opinion. Mohamed Salah, he was asked. Actually, he was attending the AFCON. That was the time that AFCON was going on. He did not respond. And actually, after that, he got the injury and he was taken back to Liverpool, where he went to undergo treatment. So he did not answer. Again, Trent Alexander-Arnold, he did not answer when asked about club departure. And again, Virgil van Dijk. A lot of players, they complained that this is our coach. That relationship, that intermingling between those players and the coach was one of the best. So any coach, we have seen Xabi Alonso being linked to Liverpool. We have seen also Jose Mourinho. But again, Jose Mourinho cannot fit into these shoes of Jurgen Klopp, because he has a lot of tempers. And when it comes to Liverpool, you cannot bring a lot of tempers when it comes to Anfield. We know that Anfield is one of the biggest stadiums that you cannot just go there to joke. It has produced a lot of big talents like Steven Gerrard, lights of Jimmy Carragher, also Kevin Mirallas. Those are the kind of players that played for Anfield, that is Liverpool. So they also had Fernando Torres. So this stadium is not a go zone for joking. So I don't think Jose Mourinho can be fit for that role. And again, the Xavi Alonso. No, we have seen Barcelona struggling.
Let me cut you short by just saying, Jose Mourinho, plays a counter-attack football in his formation. Klopp plays a 4-4-3-3. That's an attacking formation. So most of the time, and in his career, he has learned to attack. So that's why you see Liverpool, they score very many goals because of their kind of attacking formation that they play. And it is entertaining. It's all entertaining and goes well with the English type of game, which is more of the traditional football from the wings to crossing the ball. Uh, we call it the QE system. So Liverpool plays that kind of football. That's why it is each and every time when you are playing Liverpool, you have to be defending a lot, and if you score, they are likely to score against you. So Liverpool philosophy, their way of play, and their mentality, and the way Klopp was attached to that particular team. Sometimes it is the way the coach is attached to the players. Uh, uh, Klopp has got a kind of a personal attachment to most of his players. So that tells you a lot of this particular coach. So even as we move forward, I think they have a chance, but maybe we need to step gears and look at Man City and what Man City is doing in its tables. So because this league, the EPL, we have on Sunday. That's the biggest match: Man City versus Manchester United. I don't know what Melvin thinks about Man City because I know you are a Man City fan. What do you think about this game that is coming over the weekend?
I'm not worried about the game. I'm just ready to collect the points. I'm just worried to see how many goals we are going to score. Cause I know Man United ain't nothing. They're not playing well. Eric Ten Hag doesn't know his team. The Man United players they're not really playing for the shirt. They don't seem to have any passion. So I'm not really worried about Man United. I know we're gonna win that game, but it's a very big game though. But United are not playing well. But most of the time, even when they're not playing well, they'll grind some results here and there. But I just don't think so. We're just getting on the groove right now. We just on the back. Haaland is just on the back end of scoring. Was it 4 or 5 goals the last game? So he's got the momentum. His body is feeling great now. So I know on Sunday he's just goals.
Well, I don't
But
know. Mhm. Just go ahead.
we know, that is a big game. That's a big game. And we know that Eric Ten Hag going head to head with Joseph Pep Guardiola, there will be a lot of changes when it comes to both teams, because any coach there will be able to make sure that my team is not going to lose. Because if I lose that game, then it definitely I'm going to get a lot of insults. Again, fans pressure is one of the things that those coaches consider, because if there's no fans, then definitely they're not going to make it. So as they go there, it's better. I believe that Manchester United plays a game that they can play and they lose. It's better for them to lose to Crystal Palace or Brentford than losing to Manchester United, to Manchester City, sorry, Chelsea, Liverpool, or Arsenal. So they go there to play for the bunch. So I think that is the time that those players will just give to their best. So
What is your
you not
prediction? What's your
come there.
prediction? What is your prediction for tomorrow's match?
My prediction:
Prediction for tomorrow's
Mm-hmm.
match.
Yeah,
I'm going with the 3-1.
3-1
Yeah,
in favor of
Man City.
3-1 in favor of Man City. What about Burnford?
Uh, Personally, I have to consider very many things when I'm saying a win for Manchester City or Manchester United. But again, I believe that game will definitely be won by Manchester United. Trust you me that. And I've said here in Africa 24 that
Oh,
Manchester United is going to win that game.
are they
Because
playing?
Eric Ten Hag is going to make sure that in the midfield, he's going to make sure that he plays Bruno Fernandes. He's going to make sure that he plays that Scott McTominay. He's going to make sure that in the forward, he's going to make Garnacho play in the right side, and again wing side. He's going to make sure that pale forward ameweka striker mzuri ambaye atakuwa anasumbua pale. So unless what they are going to do is to make sure that Manchester United they dominate that midfield ya Manchester City. So if they make sure that they are going to hold that Rodri, is to make sure that they are going to make sure that guy who is Kevin De Bruyne not to give those passes to Erling Haaland, then that's all. And again, they make sure that if it's Diego Dalot, he will be going head to head with Jeremy Doku. Then he makes sure that he stops that guy all the time. So I don't think that game is going to be a very easy game to Manchester City, despite the squad value. But again, Manchester United will go there to play for their bunch. So I think that game Manchester United is going to win 2-1.
All right, Goodyear is saying that in that game he's putting his money on the City. Goodyear, you know, Man City is playing away and they have a lot of pressure in
we're playing home.
Oh, you're playing home. Oh my God, I think that one is a
We're
gone.
not losing at home to United. That's a fact.
The best Manchester can get in that game is a draw. Is a draw. That is the best that they can get. But I am sure that they are going to get over 3 goals in that particular game. So I mean, it will be a very interesting game.
Yeah, it will be a very good game, and I don't see Melvin. What is the why are you underrating Manchester United when it comes to this game, despite you are a big fan of Manchester City? What is the main reason that makes you underrate Manchester United? Because I have seen Manchester United playing very good games. We saw them dominating Bayern Munich, despite that goal that was scored by Alphonso Davies. But again, they played a very good game.
Bayern Munich is not a good team. Bayern Munich is not a good team. We beat Bayern Munich last season, back to back. We beat Real Madrid back to back. These are not good teams. I'm very confident. We are the best team in Europe. And once January, February, during this period of time, once Pep Guardiola gets in his move, in his groove, we're going. And you know we have to get to like 18 winning streaks or something like that to the end of the season. And since we have Liverpool ahead right now, we are not going to afford to drop any points. So there's no way we are dropping points to United at home. It's just not happening. Haaland just scored 4 goals the last game. It's just not happening. Foden is in the form of his life the whole of this season. Just no way it's happening. KDB just came back from injury. He's a different monster. He already got 11 assists in 11 games. He's not even been playing. And he's the top assister in our team already. So there's no way. It's just not happening. United is just not happening. I'm telling you, Eric Ten Hag will try and control the midfield, and he's going to have bodies over there. He's going to put Casemiro, McTominay, and Kobe Mino, and he's also going to try and put this guy, Amrabat, because he needs energy. He needs people who can run, people who can try and cause chaos in that midfield, because that's where we win the game. We play 3-2-4-1. We got 4 attackers behind Erling Haaland. So it's like we got 2 number 10s. And we got Foden. And we have Bernardo Silva. And we have Rodri. And we still have John Stones who just came back. I'm telling you, it's just no way. It's just no way. Even them scoring a goal is lucky. We're just too being nice for them.
All right. I think that's. I mean, let's just take a small 10 seconds break, and then when we come back, we touch on Arsenal and their chances of winning the EPL. Well, yes, we have done almost 40 minutes of this particular edition of EPL analysis. I think you guys have dwelled so much on Liverpool and Chelsea, and you touched on a bit of Man City. Let's see. What do you think about Arsenal's chances of winning the EPL? Do they come too close yet too far? Kimanzi, go ahead and.
Yeah. When it comes to Mikel Arteta's side, that is Arsenal. First, I want to congratulate Mikel Arteta because of the good job that he has been doing when it comes to Liverpool. No, Arsenal. Since he came to Arsenal, he has been doing a good job. And after his exit from Manchester City, I think he brought a lot of skills when it comes to Arsenal because he was the assistant coach when it comes to Pep Guardiola. So he brought a lot of skills, and those are the skills that he has been doing to make sure that Arsenal has been performing well when it comes to EPL and European competition. When it comes to Arsenal, he has been doing a very good job. At first season, when he came to Arsenal, he was struggling to get into top 4. But I remember there is a time even Arsenal went to bottom of the table. They were number 20. People were saying this is not the Arsenal they knew. But again, the management of Arsenal gave Mikel Arteta time, and after a short time, now Arsenal started now catching up. That collaboration, that interactivity between the players now started to mingle, and they started to play well. Again, Arteta made a very good decision by making sure that he gets the best signing. He has been making sure that those young players that he has been having, he makes them unused. He has been playing those young players, and up to now, they have been doing a good job. So what I can say about Mikel Arteta is he has been doing a good job, and I'm very sure if Mikel Arteta gets one striker who is very good, the only problem when it comes to Arsenal is the striker they have. Gabriel Jesus, that front three, that is Gabriel Jesus, Gabriel Martinelli, and the likes of Getia. Now they have their midfield, which is dominated by Declan Rice. So they are playing a good job, but again, the striking force for Arsenal needs to upgrade because EPL is one of the leagues that you need to be very perfect when it comes to scoring. You can see what Man City is doing. So because Manchester City, it creates a lot of chances, and whenever they have the chances, it is very rare for them to miss the chance because they knew what they are doing. And Pep Guardiola always insists that when we get the chance, let's score the goals. So Arsenal need to get a good striker so that they can utilize the chances they are getting. They have that winger, that young boy that is Bukayo Saka. I really love that guy because the way he creates chances, definitely that guy is very good. And again, the midfield that is headed by Declan Rice, and again the captain who is Martin Odegaard. Those guys plays a good job. So what is the problem here when it comes to Arsenal is the striking force. They need to get someone who is very good in giving goals because if you have the best midfield and again you are not scoring the goals, then why not? Because Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli, they are giving a lot of crosses and passes and making sure that they dribble against the opponent's defenses. So I'm very sure if this team gets a very good striker, definitely they are going to make it to even top of league and even secure that league, despite them winning the league back in 2003. Winning that league 2003, some of people who support football were not born. So it's a very long time that Arsenal won the league. So they need to take away that curse and win this title because they have all what it entails. Last season we saw them struggling, and again they were the favorites to win the league. Actually, personally, I had already given up and said, let our brothers from the London side win this league. But again, as we approached the end of the season, they both won the 5 games. That one made me get mad on them because they showed their concern when it comes to winning this league. So I think now what they need to do is get composed in their front three, make use of those chances, let them utilize any chance they get, because it is only by this that they're going to win the Premier League. Because if you're not scoring goals in Premier League, definitely you're not going to win anything. They are doing good job in UEFA Champions League, basing argument that they went in UEFA Champions League lastly was some 4 seasons or 5 seasons back. So they are doing a good job in UEFA Champions League. They are performing well, and I think if they continue with that momentum, they are going to win that league, and definitely they are going to secure a big trophy. Considering that they have never won UEFA Champions League, where they are now featuring in the round of 16, and they lost to Porto. And again, they need to upgrade themselves. But we know that when you are playing Porto in Portugal, you need to be very keen because that is where you are going to collect a lot of goals. So Arsenal, they need to get a striker. Gabriel Jesus is not a perfect striker who can score goals for Arsenal. But again, from the goalkeeper, defense, they have that. That is Jerusalem Wall. There is a guy there who is very good in defensive. Personally, I say that if it is good, it is good. So I praise always that William Saliba. Saliba is a very good defender. He has always been making sure that you cannot even dribble past him. So that guy is good. The defense is good. Midfield headed by Odegaard, and again Declan Rice. They are good. Striking, they have that Bukayo Saka, who is the winger, and also Gabriel Jesus. No, Gabriel Martinelli, who is a good guy. So they need to get a striker so that they can win the Premier League, because it is high time that Arsenal secures that league. But again, there is a lot of competition between Liverpool, Arsenal, and Manchester City. But again, if Arteta upgrades the team and now they make sure approaching game number 25, they make sure that everything now they are doing will be scoring goals and winning the game. So Arsenal, they need to get a striker and they need to get composed, because Arteta has been giving the best when it comes to football, and he has been making sure that whatever team intends, he gives it. And again, the relationship between Arteta and the players is one of the best, because we have not seen Arteta complaining. We have not seen any player from Arsenal complaining about the coaching and the management. So the team is good. What they need to do is to focus and win the Premier League, and also they can win the UEFA Champions League. Now they are in the round of 16, because anything is possible, and the team is good. They need just to make sure that in the second round, where they are facing Porto, they make sure they utilize the chances. They have those guys. They have good guys. I can bet that Arsenal has good guys. But again, the striking, Arteta needs to make use of Trojan. That boy is very good. That guy plays a very good game. And again, he has been bringing the guy in the second half at the 80th minutes. But he needs to make use of that guy, because Trojan is one of the guys that can score goals. We have been seeing him playing for Brighton, and he has been a very good player. So he needs to make use of Trossard nowadays, because EPL is not an easy place that where you can earn points and even score goals. But again, they are doing well. I think they can match up and compete with us, Liverpool and Manchester City. Yeah.
I think you're giving a good analysis of Arsenal and their chances. Personally, I feel like they've not been having lady luck on their side, especially when it comes to the last stages of the game. About the squad, the squad is very, very good. They can beat any other team. They have beaten Man City. The only thing is that when Man City is now on top of the table ahead of you, it is very hard for them to drop the crucial points. Remember, I see if my prediction is staying on top of the league is one of the most difficult things when it comes to soccer. Um, one of the two top teams, as Liverpool and Man City, they have to lose two games for Arsenal to win the league. Now, what are the chances of Man City losing two games? I can bet maybe 25% chance that they can lose two games so easily. But what are the chances of them winning all the games that are remaining? The chances are very, very high that Man City can win most of the games that are remaining or they have on their sleeves. So for Arteta, his changing room chemistry with the players is so good. The players understand him, they love him, and that is what is wanted in a coach. When you go to the changing room, when the coach is kicking the water bottles and all that, and is calling the cameraman, the Arsenal official cameraman, telling them, I have taken all these photos at the best moment and the worst moment. And you go out there and do your best. I'll make sure that I take the best moment when you're when you're when you're on the pitch there. So Arsenal have a slim chance now that they have dropped to the third position. They've got a their chances are getting slimmer. But on the big stage, the Champions League, Porto don't stand a chance at the Emirates. So most likely, FC Porto are going to lose to Arsenal on their return match. That one is obvious, maybe by over 3 goals, definitely, because they'll come defending. Arsenal has a very, very lethal striking force. I don't know why you are saying that they don't have a good striker. They've been on top of the league all season. That means that the striking force of Saka and Martinelli and the rest are very, very good. And it also means that they have got a good defense. So the defense is good. The defense, on the other hand, is very, very good. They don't concede many goals. So this team is a good side. It's a side to watch. So let us wait and see. Maybe you can dive into other teams that are playing today, and we predict the matches, how how the clubs are going to play today.
Yeah. So I wonder. As I said, that Arsenal has everything, but again, the striker, it is the only thing that they are missing. So today, we have a lot of matches that are playing, and we can see today we have Brentford that is playing Chelsea. So we have Brentford that is playing Chelsea today. What is your take when it comes to Brentford playing Chelsea? We know that Brentford is one of the big nightmares when it comes to Chelsea side. We saw that last time Chelsea gave a lot of dramas because Brentford won 3 goals against Chelsea, because that is the time that we saw Robert Sanchez, who is the goalkeeper for Chelsea. That was the 89th minute. Chelsea got that counter attack and the corner, so he went there so that he can support, so that they can get a goal. But again, after that goal, we saw Ian Martin, who is now playing for Borussia Dortmund. He was given on loan by Chelsea to Borussia Dortmund. The guy who was the last man now after that corner, he made a mistake of allowing Johan Wissa. And we know that Johan Wissa is one of the good guys. After he got that ball, Ian Martin, instead of kicking the ball hard, he was very soft on Johan Wissa. And Johan Wissa got the ball. They got the counter attack with Beumo, and Beumo ran up to the goal with Johan Wissa, where Robert Sanchez was following them behind. That was one of the best dramas I have seen in football, because goalkeeper is behind and the strikers are running with the ball. They went and scored the goal, and they were laughing. Why? And they scored a very good goal, and it was a dramatic goal. So, how do you see about Brentford facing Chelsea? We know that Chelsea is not in good condition nowadays. They are not consistent with what they are doing. We saw they have been playing matches and they win, they lose, they win, they lose. Now they are facing a very tough side, Brentford. We saw Brentford only Manchester City in the last game. They scored only one goal. How do you predict about Chelsea and Brentford today at 6 p.m.? That is East African time. What is your prediction?
You see these teams which are coming into the league as underdogs, they are very hard to beat sometimes. But Brentford have followed their game quite a bit. In the midweek match, they lost to West Ham. They were beaten 4-2. A team that has been beaten 4-2, it means that they are struggling in the game, and but they managed to score 2 goals away. So on the table, they're sitting at number 16. Bradford is sitting at number 16. Chelsea is sitting at number 11. How many games have they played? They have played 26 games. Chelsea have played 25 games. How many points? Bradford have got 25 points. Chelsea have got 35 points. Have they played head to head? Yes. In the last, I think the last game Bradford played with Chelsea, they beat Chelsea at home by 2-0. I don't know whether I'm getting my facts right, but I think that is what really happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that true?
Yeah, it's true. But that is a game that gave a lot of dramas. Actually, I will be looking for that drama.
This team is a team that knows how to play the big clubs. They have played against. Look at their record against Man City. You'll see that this team really knows how to play the big clubs. They've got the way when it comes to the big clubs, they have the winning mentality. They really don't want to be seen as underdogs, and for one reason, most of the players who play for these teams, they want to be seen out there. They want to shine for scouts to sign them to these big clubs. So that is the reason why you see them going all out to beat the big clubs. So I predict in this game that the best Chelsea can get is maybe a draw.
Okay. That was Zalendo prediction between Chelsea and Brentford, and we know that that is a very big game when it comes to Chelsea and Mauricio Pochettino, knowing that they are now in the number 11, which is a big shame to Chelsea fans and also to that big team that has been producing one of the best legends like Didier Drogba, Solomon Kalou, Florence Baluda, Fernando Torres, Branislav Ivanovic, Peter Cech, and also very big players like Diego Costa, who has been one of our best strikers we have ever had, and he was a fighter. Again, we have a match between Everton and West Ham United. West Ham United, led by David Moyes, they have been doing a good job. They have that Ghanaian striker who is Mohamed Kudus. They took the guy from Ajax. He has been doing a good job. How can you predict that game, Mr. Mzalendo? Because I personally believe that that is a very tough game when it comes to David Moyes. But again, we know that West Ham and Everton. Now that will be a very tough game. We know that Everton, led by Sinduch, they play very hard game. They always play a game that is very hard. They have that striker who is very good, and also the defense are very good. They have the Mark Nail. They also have the goalkeeper who is Jordan Pickford, who always makes sure that he makes that goal not to be an entrance. So, what is your prediction between Everton and West Ham, Mr. Mzalendo?
Well, this game, I don't know what happened to my team Everton at some point. They played so well, but I think they have a squad that that is so unpredictable. One match they are playing so well, the next match they are not doing so well. This match is likely to be back and forth. What do I mean by back and forth? Uh, it will be taken maybe at the injury time to find a winner, because both teams, I don't know what I have not seen whether Everton is still on the relegation zone on the
Yeah,
table.
yeah, 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 yeah. Everton is struggling a lot when it comes to football. Actually, we saw after the deduction of the 10 points from the FA after breaching those rules. Now they are in the dead zone. Actually, they are struggling. But again,
You see,
today
you
is a
know,
very
when you're facing a team like West Ham defensively is very, very good, and you can see from their results. West Ham FC, West Ham United is very, very strong on the defense. So breaking that defense will be very, very difficult for a team that is struggling and a team that is sitting way down on the relegation zone. For Everton, let me have a pick. Maybe this could be one of those games that turn around the fortunes of the club. This is the game that they need. It is a must win for them. I want to give it a 2-1 in favor of Everton playing at home in front of their fans.
okay. So again, we have Fulham playing against Brighton. We have Marco Silva, who is the coach for Fulham. After winning against Manchester United, now he'll be playing Roberto Di Zembi. And we know that Roberto Di Zembi, that is Brighton side, has been playing a good game because, as we know, that Brighton produces a lot of a good talent. So we know that they have a striker there who is the Japan guy, Korumi Toma, plays a very good game that is on the Brighton side. And again, we have the Ivory Coast guy who is there who won the Africa Cup of Nations with Ivory Coast. That is Simon Adigra. He gave a very good comeback when it came to EPL after scoring 2 goals. So I think Brighton and Fulham. What is your prediction?
Brighton and Fulham. Oh my God, you're giving me.
Knowing that Brighton is coming into this match after winning, and again Fulham now has the momentum because they went 2 goals against Manchester United, so they have that pressure. Now they have that ability now to win this game because their last game was a win, and they won against a big team. So Fulham won against Manchester. Brighton led by a very good coach who is Roberto Di Zembi. So what is your prediction? Because those two sides are very technical.
These teams, their strength is almost the same. They don't know when they are playing away or playing at home. It is very, very hard to judge them. Let me give it like those people who like putting a bet. If you're watching and you want to put a bet, put goal. They have to score each other. That one is a must.
Yeah.
The game can be very, very dramatic when they're playing together, Fulham versus Brighton, because these sides will go all out to win the match. They don't care about the defense. They don't care about anything. So they only care about playing and getting the results. So my prediction, goal. The best prediction would be the team that is at home. The team that is at home might just snatch a win the last minute.
So that is the prediction of Zalendo is saying goal, both teams to score. Now Fulham will score against those guys. So we also have another match that is very big today. That Newcastle United will be facing Wolverhampton Wanderers. We know that Newcastle United is one of the best teams that has been doing well in the last 2 seasons. Now they'll be facing Wolverhampton Wanderers. So I think Wolverhampton Wanderers, they have a big chance in winning this game, because I saw how they played against Chelsea. But again, Newcastle United, they have a good players. They have Misha, they have Bruno Gulmares, they also have Anton Gordon. So they play a very good game, but again, they lost their goalkeeper last year. So they are struggling to get back because they lost Nick Pope, who has been one of the key players when it comes to Newcastle. So Newcastle versus Wolverhampton Wanderers, what is your prediction? Because I see this is a very tough game today, East African time.
This is a team head to head. They've been drawing. So Newcastle this season has been a very good side, a very very good side. Especially when they started the game in the beginning of the season, they have showed that they're quite a team. How do they sit on the table? How they sit on the table can judge what to predict in the game. Newcastle are at what number? Number are they in the league? Newcastle are at number 10. They are at number 10, and Wolves are slightly above them. They have left each other with their what do you call it? Wolves is leading by just a point, and Newcastle is at 37. Wolves is at 38. They have played both 26 matches, and now who is at home? In this game, look at who is at home, who is playing at home in this particular match. So if you find that I believe Newcastle is playing at home.
Yeah. Newcastle is playing at home, Newcastle Stadium. Yeah.
Yeah, Newcastle is playing at home. My prediction is that Wolves, Newcastle really. This one is a bit tricky because of how close they've been playing and who wants to get on top of who. But my prediction is a Newcastle win against Wolves. But again, both teams will have to score in this particular game. So if you are betting out there, weka GG ama kichwa kichwa. Mnasemaga kichwa kichwa. Yes, kichwa kichwa, weka hapo.
Okay, that was Mzalendo saying ni kichwa kichwa. We also have Nottingham Forest will be playing Liverpool. We know now Liverpool will be coming here now with that momentum to win Premier League. Now they know that any game is very important. They have won the Carabao Cup. Now they are coming to this thing, knowing that it is time now to show other team dust. So Nottingham Forest and then Liverpool, what is your prediction? Because we know that Liverpool Jurgen Klopp side will be coming here with a lot of momentum of winning EFL Cup. And again,
beating Liverpool at this particular moment, you need the gods of football to be on your side. Yeah, and I told you Liverpool plays a 4-3-3. 4-3-3. That's an attacking system, so they're not going to. They're going to defend at the same time attack so well. So please, I hope that they win this match so that we have an entertaining match on Sunday. An entertaining match on Sunday. So Liverpool will definitely win. So if you're putting up your bet, put your bet on Liverpool on the game that is coming. I can see Goodyear giving some prediction there. Nottingham Forest versus is a walkover. Yeah, Goodyear is saying 3-1, 3-1. Liverpool will beat Nottingham Forest 3-1. I've seen also Black predicting that Everton will win. Black, I hope that you will come and join us to do the analysis here. Sometimes we talk of football, not politics all the time. Kuja tupige analysis ya mpira ya mpira kama siasa ulisha retire ama kazi tulimaliza. Kazi tulimaliza. I'm sure utasema kazi tulimaliza ama kazi ndio imeanza. So the predictions are good. Manu will win. Oh, this guy, you are lost. Umepotea wapi? Kama wewe ni mfano wa Manchester United, ole wenyu, mnaenda kichinjio. Mnaenda kuchinjwa. Mnaenda kuchinjwa. Manu mnacheza na nani? Mnacheza na Man City. Oh God. Hiyo ni kuchinjwa. Hiyo ni kuchinjwa. Guys, I think my co-presenters left of one. I think we've had a very, very good time. We've done almost 1 hour of this particular edition of analysis. We hope that you have enjoyed every bit and every moment. I take a small break as I wait for Kimanzi to wrap it up. But meanwhile, kunywa maji kidogo. Well, I am back, and this time round we have seen. Let's go to what is happening back at home. Back at home, we are celebrating or opening a stadium called Talanta Stadium. I think this is a good thing. This is such a beautiful stadium. If isikuwe ni mambo ya story, isikuwe ni ile mambo ya story, Talanta Stadium, we are predicting to host the AFCON, ama ni tulishapata hiyo nini? Niliona hiyo stadium mahali. I need to just to get a picture, a sneak picture of that particular stadium. It's a very, very good stadium. It's a very, very good stadium. If it is complete, it's going to be one of the very, very good stadiums that we have that can host with a capacity of about 60,000 people. This stadium is wonderful. I thank the minister and of course the president for putting us up there and embracing sports. I got a picture for the stadium here. It is. Wow! Look at this magnificent stadium. This will be in Nairobi. Well, Talanta Stadium is coming up. The ground ceremony was done, I think, yesterday or the day before yesterday. I just saw it in the news. So this stadium, we are predicting, or we are going to host the next African Cup of Nations. Kenya is putting a very, very strong bid for the AFCON. But even if we are putting a strong bid, let us also put our house in order. I urge Nick Mwendo and his team to put their house in order so that we can have a good display of soccer when we are hosting the AFCON. So this is Talanta Stadium. It came at the right time. And I believe Goodyear is saying, let me see, Goodyear is saying something here. Goodyear, thank you and good morning. Happy Saturday. I was shocked to see Ruto's press ups. Impressive. Oh, you saw Ruto doing press ups. This guy jogs, this is a Caleb, and he jogs each and every morning. And he only drinks milk. Hakunywi pombe, hakunywi nini. Yeye kazi yake ni kukimbia bwana. Sasa press ups ni kitu kidogo sana. This guy can do a marathon. Sijampata akikimbia na wale wakale wengine, but I think he runs a lot. So he's a great athlete. Our president is our president is what? Our president can even be a great footballer. I saw some pictures of him running on the pitch. But yes, but I think is he a really football fan? No, I don't think he's a football fan. The fact that he's now
Yeah, he's a football fan. President supports Manchester United.
Oh, he's a football. He's a Manchester. Mwambie pale yuko Mr. Ruto kesho mnaenda kuchinjwa. Mzalendo ni amesema. So mali huko Mr. President, kesho tuko na date na wewe. Tukishinda uje nikupatie mursik.
President is a Manchester United fan. We also have Kipchumba Murkomen, Manchester United.
No, but let me talk a bit about Kipchumba Murkomen. Kipchumba Murkomen plays as a striker. Yeah. And Kimanzi, let me tell you, Kipchumba Murkomen is a very, very, very good footballer. There are people I have seen playing and I played with them. I played with Kipchumba Murkomen. They play for Bunga FC. I have played with, it's called Mohamed Ali. Mohamed Ali is also a very lethal, good player. I have played with Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga is also very, very, very good up front, and he loves football so much. And so some of our leaders love soccer a lot. So this is something that we really need to know, that these leaders love football. But the only problem is that we have not had a leader who has invested in soccer. Perhaps the most important conversation that we should be having this morning, if time allows, is that we need to talk about how we revitalize our FKF. Remember, this league here, Kenya, iko dominated na club moja, which is Gor Mahia. FC Leopards, I think they've been relegated to only be chasing the top spot. They've not won the league for a long time. But Gor has been winning this league many, many times. It doesn't make it so interesting. But look, the only good thing that we can do to our country is play tribal politics. Tuingize ukabila katika mchezo wa kandanda. Meaning timu ya Wakikuyu wakuje nayo. Sisi mnapenda ukabila. This is the only time that we can go tribal. And this is the only time that can ignite the passion in football. If football cannot go tribal in Kenya, then we are not going anywhere. Central Province should have a team that is very, very strong, playing in a league that and promoting that team to play the FKF league. Just like Gor Mahia, that's a team supported by the Luo community as the majority. Luya wako na FC, Wakikuyu sasa wako na hii inaitwaje? Murang'a Seals. Murang'a Seals should be a team for Kikuyus. Na kuambia that team, Kikuyu should invest in it. They have got the money, they are the business people. Wacha wa invest kwa hiyo team. That team will produce very, very good stars. Now, the day, you know, even if we are bidding for AFCON, Mr. Minister, this is what I need to tell you, is that go to the files and copy what Fabrice did to Harambee Stars. We need a coach that will identify talent from the grassroots. We need a coach that will identify talents in the schools, so that we can have a team that can play against the West African side. Since we don't,
Mr. Mr. Mzalendo, there is a big point that you have mentioned there, and I always find it very good and very important. If only Kenya will always stop this colonization. Now we are having post-colonization. But again, why do we always take those coaches that come from Europe? Yet we have our own players here in the country that can lead our national team. As again, I don't even like the coaching of Eugene Ferrati. Why? Eugene Ferrati, even he does not know what goes in Division 1 leagues. He does not know what goes on in the Kusa games. We know that in those secondary school games, that is where we can get those young talents and we can nurture them into academies. Eugene Ferrati is there sitting, waiting for the national team so that he can go and take Michael Lunga. He can go and pick Berison Omala. He can go and pick Musa Juma and also other players that are well known. Yet he does not go into the grassroots. Make sure that the leagues that are happening, we also have the different leagues that happens in Eastern, Western.
Can I answer you? The reason why Olunga has to play in the national team, Olunga plays a competitive league. When you see players who are professional and they are being drafted into the national team, is because each and every day, that is what they do. Each and every day, that is what they do. Now, the teams that you've mentioned, the school teams that you've mentioned, football in schools have got a calendar. They are played in calendar seasons. They have got a season for soccer, and that makes it very difficult for coaches to follow the progress of particular players. Now, we have got players who are playing in high school and they're playing for clubs at this particular moment. Those are the players that should be followed very, very keenly and be drafted in the team. Then we have got other leagues, Easy League Ndogondogo, Zamta. Easy League Ndogondogo, Zamta, there's a lot of talent. We need talent. Apart from that, some things that in football you are not taught by the coach. There is a player that comes that is complete. A player like Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi. These are players that come with something extra. You don't have to teach them anything. But we will have to go to the basics of football. The basics of football is the foundation of our football. Where did we get it wrong? We have, me, I'm talking from a coaching point of view. I'm not just talking for as an analyst. If we can have the Ranarambe Stars team being developed at the age of 8 years. 8 years, we have players who have been drafted to teams, and we make it a law in each and every club that they have to have an 8-year side, 8 years old onwards in each and every of these clubs as a law and as a requirement. And there has to be a league that they are playing back from where they are. So these teams, these players, when they come off age, they have been taught the basics of football. Basics of football means control, pass na score. Unanielewa? Control, pass na score. Hiyo ni basic. Now, kuna player katika hiyo basic will come with talent kama ya Messi na Cristiano. These talents are identified early enough so that they trickle to the national teams and to the clubs that they will join. So football is a curriculum. Unaona kama 844 curriculum. Football ni curriculum. You learn like that. You are in class. Unaisoma mpaka unamaliza. So that ukienda huko Arsenal ama uende Manchester, kulizwa ball inapasiwa namna gani? Infoot. Ukitaka kupiga header, unaipiga style gani? when you are running, you're supposed to run as a footballer, unakimbia style gani? Sio ati watu wanakimbia kama Donald Duck kwa kiwanja ananima players wa Harambee Stars. So we need to think on that line. Kimanzi, I think we need to wind up. We are done 1 hour 23 minutes. We need to wind up this particular edition. Give me 2 minutes of your parting shot.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Nick, for giving me this opportunity. And of course, we have tackled a lot of things. But before we leave, and there's something that I wanted to mention here when it comes to one of the transfer rumors that has been happening across the internet, and it has been raising a lot of antenna when it comes to transfer of Kylian Mbappe. I think Kylian Mbappe has been doing a lot of good job to the France national team and also the Paris Saint-Germain. But again, when it comes to the team, he has no respect for the team. That player is a very good guy, energetic. He has everything when it comes to football. But again, when it comes to his personality, I don't like his personalities because he is one of the players I have known with a lot of egocentricity. Because if a player has that egocentricity, then definitely is not going to be one of the top players. We want Kylian Mbappe to be top player like Thierry Henry and Arjen Robben. So Arjen Robben is one of the players that we always adore. But Kylian Mbappe, up to this extent, he has been making Paris Saint-Germain as is that club is more than him. He does not even obey the club. He wakes up and gives a press. So I think it is high time Paris Saint-Germain can allow this guy to live and live in peace, and Paris Saint-Germain can continue even without Kylian Mbappe. Let him join the club that he wants, even if it is Real Madrid or Barcelona, because he has been having a lot of pressure from those players like Jude Bellingham. They want him, Camavinga. They want him in Real Madrid. So I think as we part short, I think Kylian Mbappe should drop that ego and he plays for the club because Paris Saint-Germain is bigger than him. Again, what is happening in Bayern Munich? We know that Bayern Munich is struggling. Xavi Alonso effect is being felt in Bayern Leverkusen. Now they are in the 32nd game. That is that third game, fourth game without even losing. They are playing UEFA Champions League. They are playing even they are playing in Europe. They are playing in the Bundesliga, but they have not lost. That is Xavi effect that is making Thomas Tuchel to resign at the end of this season. That is June. So I think Bayern Munich, it is high time now they give that Bundesliga to Leverkusen because they have been winning that title for 11 times in a row. So it is high time now Bayern Munich gives that title to Leverkusen. I think that momentum can continue with Leverkusen in that way so that they can win that game and raise that eyebrows that this is not Farmers League. Bundesliga has been a Farmers League because how can they be winning 11 titles in a row without any team? We also have Borussia Mönchengladbach. We also have Frankfurt. We have Darmstadt. We have Leverkusen. We have Borussia Dortmund. They are not giving a lot of pressure to this Bayern Munich, and we have seen Leverkusen giving that pressure, and now they are leading that league. And I know that they are going to win that league. So as I part short, those are my comments, and I think everyone who watches Dimba Afrique here, it is where you get a lot of content when it comes to football, and we also enlighten you with a lot of football matters and also sports, athletics, and also what is happening in sports worldwide. Good year has been one of our good followers and also someone who has been watching us. Good year, we thank you so much, and we always know that here every Saturday it is Dimba La Afrique 24, and we will always enjoy, and we are sure that we'll grow into a big platform as we approach, as we pioneer
Thank
our
you.
Dimba
Thank,
Afrique
thank,
TV.
thank you very much, Bonnie. It has been a long evening. I think you mentioned something about Mpambe. Mpambe is moving to which team?
The rumors are saying he
I
will
have
be
Mpambe.
joining Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
And again, there is a lot of pressure.
Just
A
wait
lot
a
of
minute.
players.
Wait a minute. I have a Mpambe fan here who is my son. Let me ask him a question about Mpambe. He'll tell you.
So I want to ask him, what is the problem when it comes to Kylian Mbappe? He has been performing very well when it comes to football. In the national team, we saw him play in the World Cup 2018 in Russia. He played a good game. They went ahead and won the World Cup. That is the biggest cup that any player will be willing to attain. And again, they had a very good team that was being composed by Golo Kante and also Paul Labile Pogba and also Tuchumani. Those are good players. So what is the?
What are you asking? Huh?
I'm asking. I'm driving the point so that you can get the idea. So I'm asking, what is the problem now when it comes to Kylian Mbappe?
What is the
Why
problem?
does he prefers himself as the best, as bigger? Why is him preferring himself as bigger than Paris Saint-Germain? Because there's having a lot of struggles with him at the management.
Ever since he won the World Cup, he thinks that he's the best, but the only thing he hasn't won.
No, say it here.
Ever since he won the World Cup, he acts like he's the best, but the only thing he doesn't have is the Puskas Award and
he doesn't have what?
The Puskas Award and
a Puskas Award. What is that?
It's kind of like a World Cup.
It's kind of a World Cup.
Yeah.
A Puskas Award.
And the only one Ballon d'Or and only 0 Champions League.
He has got 0 Champions League. Oh, Mbappe has got 0 Champions League. Wow. That is Nathan. He said Mbappe has got 0 Champions League. And what else did you say? I didn't get that.
I said ever since he won the World Cup, he acts like he's the best player.
He acts like he's the best player. So he says that ever since, but you know, he's moving to which team right now?
Real Madrid.
He's moving to Real Madrid. Why?
Oh, Ronaldo moving. So let me guess. He's gonna move to.
You are not loud enough.
He's gonna move. He's gonna move to Real Madrid, and then he's gonna move to Al Nassr because he's a Ronaldo fan.
He's a Ronaldo fan.
Yeah, ever since he was there.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me bring this guy so that you get to see.
Yeah, as we said, Mbappe, Goodyear is saying Mbappe has the attitude of Cristiano Ronaldo. I think Cristiano Ronaldo, he considers himself as a big player. And again, we know he's big. The influence he has brought to Saudi Pro League now is one of the best. So I think Cristiano Ronaldo, the way he plays, the different leagues he has been performing, he has proved himself that he can perform and he has that talent. Because he was in the Premier League, he won titles. He went to Real Madrid La Liga, he won titles. He went to Italy with Juventus. He won a lot of titles. Now he's in Saudi Arabia. Now he is giving a lot of influence. We have seen a lot of players joining Saudi Pro since his departure, because as he joined Al Nassr, that team had over 700 followers, and now it is approaching 6M because of influence of Cristiano Ronaldo. The effect of Ronaldo is being felt, but we all know that Ronaldo is one of the best players because he has proved himself. Mbappe is only 4 years, 25 years, and again he has that ego. Why? He has only played for Monaco and Paris Saint-Germain. Where else has he been playing? We saw them coming to EPL. They came to Premier League. They came to UEFA Champions League to play with Newcastle. Newcastle won them 4 goals. What was the effect there? What did he brought there? Paris Saint-Germain was defeated by Newcastle, and Newcastle is not even being featured in top 5. So why did he not prove himself in that game? So he is trying to show that he is bigger than Real Madrid, and again Paris Saint-Germain, and again he has not proved himself. So I think it is high time that guy relaxes and make sure that I have the talent. Let me just use the talent in the polite way, because it is only by this that's going to be one of the best when it comes to football. But again, we wish him all the best as he joins Real Madrid, because for the last 3 years, there have been a lot of rumors that Mbappe is leaving Paris Saint-Germain. But his departure is not one of the best, because he has been complaining a lot. He has been giving a lot of press to the media about his departure, and I don't think whether he is bigger than Paris Saint-Germain.
All right.
Yeah. So good day is saying mommy's boy.
Oh, mommy's boy. Who's that? Yeah. Pampe is mommy's boy. Pampe is mommy's boy. Anyway, I thank Goodyear. Goodyear, thank you very much for being part of the panel. Kama kawaida. We need you to bring your friends, Goodyear, to the panel so that we can get to know them. We hope that they are also fans of soccer. We want to see them. We want to hear about them. If they are in politics, invite them. And if you have not subscribed out there, please care enough to subscribe on this particular channel. Here is where we talk about most of the things, from soccer to politics to music to love affairs, bedroom matters. You will hear everything in Africa. So please just stay tuned. We have this weekend. We'll be having the Shamba edition by Leo, telling us about succession, titling of plots and all that, brought to you by Engineer Mora. So just stay tuned, and thank you very much. I think we will be having later in the evening our usual political show. Mr. Black, I want to see you this evening. We are going to do a marathon on our usual political show. Karibuni sana, asanteni sana, those who have been watching. And please care to subscribe. Just care to subscribe on this particular channel. And we want to thank you who have been pushing for the numbers. We are at 600 in 2 months. That is a very, very big plus. We hope that by the end of August, you'd have pushed us to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you very much for your subscription. We don't take it for granted. We love you so much, and muwe na sabato mzuri. Kama wewe ni SDA, ufike kanisa salama. Sijui Kenya ni saa ngapi sahi?
Sahi ni 12:30.
Hapa Marekani ni saa 10 usiku na nusu. Saa 10 na nusu, baada dakika 2 ifike saa 10 na nusu ya usiku, ya asubuhi. Saa 10 na nusu ya asubuhi. All right, so asanteni sana. We've been here for too long. Kwaherini, and see you next time.